Good job. Nice. That was fantastic. Look at the core, too.
It's like more beautiful than I could have imagined, and I feel like even though things can get hard sometimes, this is such a good reminder to me.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
That was fantastic. Look at the core, too. Oh, that's awesome. So the travel shut down until you compete, pretty much?
Oh yeah. I'm traveling, I don't do anything for anybody. It takes a toll, no matter how good you are at traveling.
Try to think about it more like a lap pull down when you get up to the top. Don't let yourself come over. Keep that chest up. Even if it takes out a couple of reps, that's fine. Try to get that step in, just like you would on a Wipers lap pull down. There you go, good. 2, get that head back, get that head back. 3. Yeah, 4, you're bringing your chest to your hand. Yes. 1 more, get it, come on. Yes, 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 yes. Now keep going, fuck it. Yes. Good. And a free quad stretch while you're at it.
We'll go.
8, 9, 10. Good job. Way to finish. Pull ups. I couldn't let myself do it. Killer work. Rock and roll. Great work, Buster. Oh, I really.
I expressed it in my own way, then
Keep coming back. That's the best way to express it.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Thank you. I don't even want to hold this camera right now. I can't. I honestly almost didn't film that, and I'm so glad that I did. P.S. I left my makeup on except for the eye makeup. I took that off from last night because I couldn't take off this perfect makeup, and I slept in it, and it still looks so perfect.
And on we'll go.
I told you guys that I would try to remember to take the camera out the next time that I felt exhausted. So here we are. Trying to figure out what to say to you guys. I was just in the shower and I'm literally so exhausted. I was like, God help me. And it wasn't a joke. I was just like, help, I'm struggling today. It's a really good day. I'm happy and everything is wonderful. I'm just super tired. That's it. I'm so tired, I literally forgot to tell you about what just happened. But sometimes I can literally feel a drop coming. Like, I feel my body getting leaner. And so it's like end of the day. And you guys remember in one of the last videos when I was like so excited that I had a weight drop, and I was like, weight needs to be dropping like very quickly at this point. Well, it's like the end of the day, and I just weighed and I hit that low weigh-in that I had hit like on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. So hit my low weigh-in at the end of the day. What's up? So which means that for tomorrow's check-in, I definitely have a new weigh-in for Coach. Shh, don't tell him yet. I want to tell him. Hello. I never pull my camera out during these times because I'm like at the gym and like usually just take a moment and then I do my cardio and then I'm in a better spot and then I eat and then I talk to you guys at home. I just have nothing left inside of me. I'm happy, I promise. I know I don't look happy, but like, shit, I'm just so tired. Yeah, it was an amazing workout. I just like, it's like if you imagine a gas tank, I'm on like empty and I'm like pushing through empty like so much. And it just, it like breaks me down, honestly. And in those moments of breaking down, I don't like break down and cry and quit. I like gather myself and I like push through those moments of feeling like I have to quit, you know? I like keep going, I finish the reps, I finish the set, no matter what I have to do to get it done. But yeah, like at the end of it, there's just nothing left. And then I like come up here and I just like, yeah, sometimes I just, it's like, I don't know. I'm not making sense right now. Thank God it's one day at a time. Girls cry sometimes, but then they wipe the tears away and they do what needs to be done. So there, had my moment with you guys. Gonna put my heels on, I'm gonna pose, I'm gonna focus myself, refocus, recenter, I'm gonna crush my cardio and get on with the rest of the day. One day at a time. I freaking got this. I know it's fine, I will be fine. It's just, yeah, my muscles, physically, I'm so exhausted. Okay, now I've gotta fight the leggings and get them off and get the suit on. Quick and easy grocery haul for my vegetables. I picked up some bags of shredded lettuce because I can add that to any meal and feel more satisfied. Mushrooms, which I'm going to saute, and then zucchini. Zucchini's been my go-to. It's very low calorie vegetable. For my proteins, grab some ground chicken, 96% lean, 4% fat, egg whites, and then for my carbs, I do have a refeed day coming, so I got some basmati rice, as well as some quinoa. I'm gonna try to make some really delicious meals on my refeed days so that I'm very satisfied. I'm excited to just like look. It's like a whole bag of carbs. Oh man, what I'm gonna do to that on Saturday. Some lightly salted rice cakes, almond breeze, vanilla almond milk, and some Italian sweet cream sugar-free coffee creamer. I forgot what it was for a second. There we go, there you have it. Okay, I wanted to take a moment and slow down my fast-paced day. You know, after the gym, after cardio, after posing, taking progress photos, ran to the grocery store. My day itself is running behind the times that I normally do everything. I make my own schedule, thankfully, but I'm behind today. So I was feeling that energy of like feeling behind. And even with feeling behind, I was like, I need to take a moment for myself to, you know, have my devotional time, have my prayer time. And it was so impactful for me that I can't not share this with you guys. Like, it impacted my heart so much that my heart is like, you have to share this with the people that you love. And I love you guys. So you guys are going to get it today. So the devotional I've been using for years that I absolutely love is called Jesus Calling by Sarah Young. And it's simply just devotions for every day of the year. So like, that's a devotion, that's a devotion. And they're like really small, really short. And then they have verses at the bottom if you want to go read those verses next. So I'm going to read you guys today's. It says, "Come away with me for a while. The world with its nonstop demands can be put on hold. Most people put me on hold, rationalizing that someday they will find time to focus on me." That's a word for somebody. "But the longer people push me into the background of their lives, the harder it is for them to find me. You live among people who glorify busyness. They have made time a tyrant that controls their lives." Whew. "Even those who know me as Savior tend to march to the tempo of the world. They have bought into the illusion that more is always better, more meetings, more programs, and more activity. I have called you to follow me on a solitary path, making time alone with me your highest priority and deepest joy. It is a pathway largely unappreciated and often despised. However, you have chosen the better thing, which will never be taken from you. Moreover, as you walk close to me, I can bless others through you." I think that is one of my biggest struggles as a person, is making time a tyrant that like controls my life. You know, I literally make my own schedule. I can adjust things as they come up. And yet I will feel always behind, or I'll feel, you know, I'll get into that anxious mindset if I'm not super intentional. We're only given one moment at a time. We're only given one day at a time. Knowing that, we just have to do the best with whatever we have going on for that day. And we can't compare that day to previous days. Like, well, normally I do this and this day is different. That's the whole point. This day is different. So I don't know. This just gave me like such a peace of knowing that, number one, this was very well time spent for me, because it really brought me into the awareness of the fact that like time does not need to control our lives, and the fact that more is not always better. More meetings, more calls, more this, more that. Like, truthfully, there is something about being present in the moment and learning to be still and to have peace in the moment as you go throughout whatever the day has for you, versus like always chasing, always pushing, always, you know, trying to, you know, it's like the way that I see it, you're going to get to your destiny. And yes, you've got to work hard and you've got to do your part, but you're not going to rush the time frame that it was always meant to happen in. I do think that there is something such as divine timing, and in the right timing, things will happen in the right timing. Of course, you have to do your part, but I think my point for saying that is, as somebody that works really, really hard and someone that has always pushed hard, I think I've really had to learn in my own life that I can't hurry up God's timing. Like, God's timing is God's timing, and in the meantime, I'll do everything that I can. And that's why I can also have peace about certain things, because I know that certain things are true for me or my life, and that are going to happen. And I have peace regardless of when it happens, because I just have that knowing that it's going to happen. I don't know if that makes sense. I want to read just a part of it to you guys. I'm actually backing up to about 10. And it was so beautiful for me that I have to share it with you guys. It says, "Arise, my dearest. Hurry, my darling. Come away with me. I have come as you have asked, to draw you to my heart and lead you out. For now is the time, my beautiful one. The season has changed. The bondage of your barren winter has ended. Yaw. The season of hiding is over and gone. The rains have soaked the earth and left it bright with blossoming flowers. The season for singing and pruning the vines has arrived. I hear the cooing of the doves in our land, filling the air with songs to awaken you and guide you forth. Can you not discern this new day of destiny breaking forth around you? The early signs of my purposes and plans are bursting forth. The budding vines of new life are now blooming everywhere. The fragrance of their flowers whispers, there is change in the air. Arise, my love, my beautiful companion, and run with me to the higher place. For now is the time to arise and come away with me." This was just so life-giving to me. I feel like in that little section, what it's talking about is like, for, you know, this may apply to some people, maybe it doesn't, but it's like you were in this really, really hard season where you were like praying and asking and being like, God, help me, like help me change my life, or help me get through this season. And he's basically just saying like that season has come to an end. Whew. That's hitting home for me because I've kind of had a hard season like leading up to this one, and I felt like I was in winter, you know, and now I see the blooming things all around me, and it's really, really beautiful. And I just remember like I remember myself like being in those really, really hard moments and praying and being like, God, I'm really uncomfortable. This season is really, really hard for me. I'm experiencing loss in every sense of the word. I'm experiencing all these hardships, you know, but I made time with him my number one priority. I truly did. And no matter how I was feeling, I stayed dedicated to building that relationship with him in a really, really real way, not like in a religious, I feel like I should pray and I'm praying to nothing, but like in a real way of like, God, if there's more of you, I want it. God, if there can be this like relationship thing, then I want it with you. And like teach me, show me how to do that. Like I'm going to keep showing up 2 hour relationship, which looks different between devotional time, prayer time, me attending church, because it like really educates me, feeds me, feel connected there, you know, praise and worship type songs, all sorts of different ways that I foster that relationship. I feel like have been like really, really honored, even in the moments of me not feeling like they were, because like now kind of on the other end of the most recent season that I was in, I feel it and I see it, and I'm experiencing a lot of what is in here. And that's why when I talk about it, I get like a little emotional about it, because it comes from experience. Like when you have experience related to what God has said in his word, it is like just the coolest thing in the world. It like builds your belief, builds your relationship, builds everything so much. So I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like it gave me such life today. It gave me just such an appreciation for where I'm at right now. Like, wow, I can't even like express to you guys how thankful I am for the life that I have right now, because I've had really hard seasons, like really hard ones, a lot that you guys have never even seen on YouTube. And, you know, now I feel like I'm just in a different season and it's so beautiful. It's like more beautiful than I could have imagined. And I feel like even though things can get hard sometimes, this is such a good reminder to me that, hey, like chill out. Spend time with God. You're in the most beautiful season. Enjoy it and just be aware to the fact that things are blossoming all around you. So take in the moment, be present, and relax sometimes. All right. No apologies for getting deep, because that's what you signed up for when you subscribed to me. Enough crying for the day. Got our big girl guns on, and I gotta get some work done, and I also have to go to the DMV. So I'm going to be an adult and use my hotspot on my phone for my computer so I can work at the DMV. I will be bringing all my food, because if you're on prep, you need to always be prepared. So it doesn't matter if I'm there 1 hour or 6 hours, I'll have all my work, I'll have Wi-Fi, I'll have plenty of water and plenty of food. That is called preparing for success. All right, I love you guys. I've been using BCAAs and glutamine. I feel like sometimes I kind of forget about glutamine. It's an amazing product, not just good for muscle soreness and recovery, but it's also good for digestion. So anyways, I've been putting more glutamine in my shaker cups simply because you guys have seen a little bit of me training with Doug, but you haven't even seen like the tip of the iceberg of what's been going on. So I've been paying a lot of attention to my recovery. So I'm gonna drink this and get going with the day. I love you guys. Okay, so I just got back from the DMV, and you guys actually had such a pleasant experience. Everyone there was so friendly and so kind, and I was kind to them, they were kind to me, and it was honestly a great experience. I brought my work, I got really focused work done, but I did not make it out alive with only one trip. In California, you have to get smog checks, so I have to go get a smog check, and I went to go do that. But there's an aftermarket intake on my car, so I need this sticker from this online company. It's just, to be totally honest, I don't enjoy adulting. Like, does anybody enjoy adulting though? I think it's just what we have to put up with. But I really quickly have to show you guys. Sometimes I get distracted in work and I'm like, wait, where did Vinny go? And I have to figure out where he went. Let me just say that this little man takes his naps so seriously. that he wants to be in the dark. So where do you think he went? We have some, you know, natural nice lighting, his bed that he's usually in, if I have his bed in here. And I couldn't find him. So I go into the dark office. And who do we see? Mr. Magoo. What are you doing? Say I take my naps very seriously. I take them so serious. This camera is making the room a lot lighter. It's actually very dark in here. Wow, it really is a great camera because it's very dark in here. I love you, sweet boy. It's okay. You can nap in the dark. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You go on the nights, you take your naps, okay? Mommy loves you so much. Say I need at least like 6 naps a day. Also just got my response from my coach, and we'll just say that he is very, very, very happy. And you guys, getting that response, I'm just like, oh, thank God, because like it's been so hard recently. It feels so good when it like finally starts to pay off, and really helps to focus too, because his approach this time is that we're going to push really hard for another week, so it's going to continue to be very hard on a daily basis, but then we're going to have a little bit of backing off of cardio and doing more food to, you know, kind of let my body reset before we do the final push into the show. We're doing it. We're almost there. Oh, it's so great. It's like such an experience, such a journey. It's hard. But I'm crazy and I enjoy it. Speaking of, I'm very hungry. I'm gonna go eat a meal right now. I have to show you guys my next meal. I made ground chicken, 96%, 4% lean, and then zucchini and mushrooms. Okay, I really miss ketchup, so I use the no sugar added ketchup, and it's so delicious. Hello everybody. I just finished my last session of the day. I'm just cooling down right now, but I'm dripping in sweat. I feel so good. I feel so accomplished. And I love my cardio setup at home because, you know, I'm a dog mom with separation anxiety, and that means I get to spend more time with this little guy. I love that he gets to watch me do cardio. This is my bike that I use. I will say my butt hurts from the seat. So if you guys know of any like bike covers that I can buy, I definitely need to buy one. And I love my cardio setup because I have my TV, so I can turn on like a YouTube video or like a sermon if I want to watch like some sort of message. And I can't help but be really motivated when I have all of my favorite ladies right there in front of me. So anytime I need motivation, I just look up at those bad boys, and it's my goal to replace every single one of those with a pro trophy. We are gonna do it.